Hello everybody, it's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with another game review. I figure I might as well get some in before December 10th hits. Yeah, I have a little bit of good times left in me. This time I'm reviewing a game that was sent to me by the company themselves, a simple, old-school 8-bit 16-bit style classic side-scrolling beat-em-up, simply known as Fightin' Rage. So, is Fight and Rage a really good game? Is this something you should pick up and play? Or is it something that you should just avoid alright together? Well, stay tuned to my epic review of Fight and Rage to find out. Hello everybody, it's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with another game review. This time I'm reviewing Fightin' Rage. First of all, I want to give a big shout out to the company themselves of Seba Games and Blitworks for providing me with a code to review this game. This game was originally released all the way back in September 19th of 2017 on Steam, but is just now finally seeing an official launch for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. The PS4 version comes out on December 2nd, and I think the Nintendo Switch actually already has this version out. It is basically your run-of-the-mill, side-scrolling, 16-bit style beat-em-up game, like the classic games of yore, like Final Fight or Streets of Rage, and it has a nice little sort of switch on it considering the characters that you actually play as, where you get to play as F. Norris, a human, which pretty much I think is supposed to be Chuck Norris. Then you have Gal, the human female character, which I think is a play of the word guy from Final Fight, and Ricardo, an anthropomorphic bull who seems to be the strongest of the three but is rather slow. Now, you'll go through these different levels, side-scrolling, with 1 to 3 players. It seems to only have local co-op, and it doesn't seem to have any sort of online mode. So I'll give it at least being honest there. Unlike the other game I played, Jumanji, that actually said right on the box that it had an online mode, which it didn't. This one basically is just strictly for your local co-op, which isn't bad. And like I said, it is a classic side-scrolling Final Fight Streets of Rage with a weird twist that after the end of the world, these mutated monster creatures took over, enslaved the human race, and you play as one of these 3 characters that are trying to go find the main bad guy and defeat him to save all of mankind. Now, the thing about this game is it looks beautiful. The hand-drawn sprites are big, bold. The animation's very well done. And it's got a really good soundtrack. I mean, some pretty good classic metal music playing throughout the levels. And it's really, really neat. And it consists of you using your square button for your punch, your X button to jump, and your circle button for your special meter. Every couple of minutes or so when you beat up people, you'll have your little meter fill up that allow you to do your special move. Now, you can also do it when the meter ain't full, but it will take some of your life away. So you got to actually think about that. And it has a rather deep, in-depth combo system in this game. They don't really get into details and telling you how to do it, but different directions pressed with combining different buttons, you can do a lot of different combos that each of your characters actually have. Each character has their own set of special moves depending on what direction you press on your D-pad while pressing the special moves button. Will do a different special move as well. And as you go through, naturally you'll get your power-ups that make you super strong. They have this weird zoom-in ability whenever you're fighting people. Whenever you need health, there'll be apples that you pick up to eat, chicken, standard issue stuff like Final Fight. And you'll also get your different selection of weapons. Everything from knives that seem to be one-hit wonders, just use once and gone. Boomerangs that you can throw and they'll come back to you as long as you catch them. You can keep using them. Pipes, swords, and so on. Now, I have noticed since this is like a classic style beat 'em up, you can lure an enemy into the corner and spam them in the corners. You know, just keep hitting them while they're in the corners and they can't seem to hit you. And it's not bad. And it does have some different options for you to view the game. Like you'll see in this clips here that it's done up like the CRT monitor, like you're watching on a TV screen, and they warp it. But they do have other options to where you can make it bigger, bolder, flatter, get rid of the CRT lines, smooth them out a bit. So they do give you a good amount of options in playing this game. Now, the other thing I'll have to point out about this is while it's a rather short game, you can beat this in about an hour or so, or maybe less once you figure out everything. It does have several different endings for each of the characters. It comes up to, I think, over 50 different endings you'll get for playing this game. And as you go through, it has a ton of different unlockables that you'll get from playing in the game. Everything from different costumes, game modes, and even being able to use the coins that you earn throughout your experience to unlock and play as enemies in the game, which I think there's over 20 of them you can play as. And like I said, it has that great 90s style of art to it, and a very skillful juggle-based combo system, and a parry system that actually seems to be kind of a pain in the ass to do. You have to press like in the direction of the enemy right when they're attacking the parry, and if you don't do it right, your character will just kind of move. So I'm not really a big fan of the parry system in this. I think the window is rather way too short, and especially on higher difficulties, it makes it pretty much damn near impossible to counter an enemy's attack. And some of these bosses have some real cheap ass attacks that honestly are a pain in the butt to try to actually parry. Now, it does, like I said, have multiple difficulties, and that doesn't hinder the unlock. So if you want to play on the easiest mode to unlock stuff, you can. But it will consist of certain issues like, okay, you have to defeat so many of these enemies, do this move so many times, clear this level out in a certain amount of time. And like I said, it does actually have skippable cutscenes where you hold the button down and it speeds through them real fast. I don't think it skips them, it just fast forwards through them. And a stage timer. So if you're one of the people that always wants to have a up-to-date, better score than anybody else out there, you can actually do that. Now, like I said, the overall plot, it just consists of, in the future, after a big catastrophe known as the Big Pulse destroys all of the electronic technology, humans are enslaved by mutants, and two humans and one mutant decide to team up and fight to save mankind against the evil mutant leader simply known as the Boss. Now, along with this game, it's not that expensive. It's only like $20. You actually do have unlimited continues as you play through and unlock more coins and stuff like that. But when you continue, it starts you at the beginning of the level again. You get 3 lives per continue, and you can have unlimited continues, but it can lead to make it kind of a pain in the ass, especially if you get to all the way to the end of a level and have to fight a boss that's got some cheap ass moves that if you don't parry just right, you get one-shotted almost. And I've had that happen a lot, and it can be rather infuriating. But other than that, that's really the only nitpicks I can say with this game. Hands down, it plays buttery smooth. It's ultra fast and quick. It's got some good, crunchy, powerful attacks from each of the main characters you play as. Each one of the characters has their pros and cons in terms of their moveset and their moves. I actually like Ricardo because I like the big brawler guy. He may be slow, but man, he hits so hard, and he can like pick up and slam enemies a lot harder. You know, the other characters are good as well. I mean, definitely the one guy, he is so fast. I mean, honestly, super fast that you can just bounce around and just super kick the hell out of everybody as you're bouncing around. I mean, F. Norris is by far the best middle ground character, I'd say. Gal is a lot quicker. She's a lot quicker, and plus her boobs bounce when she runs around. So there's always that, which that isn't what I recommend playing a game for, but it's little details like that in this game, along with the rockin' soundtrack, that honestly make it a very entertaining game. And though it is short, in order for you to unlock all the different skins, all the different endings that come in this title. It will take you close to 20 plus hours to do all that. So even though the game itself will only be about an hour or so long, if you're a completionist and you want to get all the trophies and unlock everything, you're looking at well over 20 hours to be able to do that in this game. And for 20 bucks, that's a buck an hour. That's not that bad at all. I think this is a pretty good game. It harkens back to the classic beat-em-up games of old. I actually found it a very enjoyable game with everything, including the level designs, the music, the art style, the sprites. Everything about this game just screams classic 90s to me, and I absolutely love it. I kind of wish it was a little cheaper. I think this should be a $10 game for the amount of length of what you do get with the package. Even though you can replay it to unlock stuff, I still think $20 is a bit too much for the price tag for the overall length of this title. But honestly, if you want to play a good, up to 3-player beat-em-up classic game of yore, like the good old Final Fights and Streets of Rages, I can definitely say go ahead and pick up Fightin' Rage today. And you won't be disappointed with the overall combo system, the depth of all the different movesets you have. And the only thing I wish is the price should be cheaper, and I wish that the window for the parry move would be a lot easier and possibly have a button strategically assigned to be able to do it. This was Nate, aka Devil Dog. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for being along with me on this epic YouTube ride. Make sure to hit the like icon if you like this video. Hit a thumbs up, it helps a lot. Leave a comment. I love responding to each and every one of your people's comments. And remember, I always end my videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember people, the devil is in the details. Peace out until hopefully next time.